sit down and look at it very well, diligently. Understand what you want to go into, understand your market, understand where you want to sell your product to, who is buying it. In that way, you will make an informed decision before starting. Start well. It's better you start well than not starting well and at the end of the day you want to improve. Start with the right big bricks from the beginning. That way, you will enjoy the process. Hello guys, you are welcome back to C&M FarmTech YouTube channel, your go-to channel for all things piggery. As you know, we educate you on the best thing to do before venturing into the business. But today, we'll be talking about another interesting topic, pork production. My name is John Sidi. Pork production is one of the biggest opportunities in agribusiness that remains untapped in Nigeria right now. Despite the fact that pork is one of the most consumed meats globally, it still remains untapped in Nigeria here. So today we are going to be looking at how to go about it. So if you are looking at coming into pig farming space, you want to come into the pig sector, this video is for you. If you want to expand your farm you want to go into processing and sales of pork, you have to keep watching this video. Like I said, pork is underrated. Pork production is an underrated space in pig farming, and a lot of people, as they are moving into the middle class area, people are going from the rural area to the urban centers. They are demanding for affordable protein. Pork comes in, and that's where you as a person, you should look at that. Okay, as people are rising into this class of people, the middle class, they need this affordable protein. Like I said, this is where pork comes in. So there is a lot of things you are going to get when you venture into pork production. When you invest your money there, you get high returns on your investments. You can go into exports of different things in piggery. Even pork as a whole, when you go in, there's a low competition in all the value added to piggery. Take for example, those that do sausage, those that do baking, those that do the oil in the pig, that's a lard. So there's this low competition there, that this is where you can look into to venture. As there's low competition, that you go into this sector and maximize the profit there. So you can see, when you venture into the business, into the pork production, there's a lot of things you can get, and this is what we want to be talking about today in this video. So stay with us and continue to watch. So what are those things you will need before you start your pork production journey? We are going to be looking at them now, one after the other. Although in our previous videos we talk about them at length, but today we are still going to look at them one after the other. Now, number one thing you will need is for you to secure a land that is a location that is very accessible. You know, it has a lot of space that you can build on. A space that there's a way you can manage the waste coming from the pig pen. So you need this space, you need this land, you have to secure it and make sure that it is there. And there is water also, a place you are sure that you are going to get water, because pigs love water at all times. So make sure that the place has enough water. The next thing you are going to be looking at is for you to build your pen. You are going to build your pen, a building, a housing where you are going to keep your pigs in. So make sure that you build a well ventilated pig pen for your animals, for them to grow well, because they need it. You are keeping them in a confined space, so therefore make sure you build something that's very conducive for them to move about, for them to feed, where they're going to do a lot of activities. Because I can tell you, pigs love activities. They love to move around, they love to play also. So make sure that your housing is good, well ventilated. Now the next thing that we are going to be looking at is selecting the right breed. And this one cannot overemphasize, because like I said, we've talked about all these things earlier in our video. So selecting the right breed is very important for your pig production. This selecting of breed will determine how you'll be making your profits in pork production, because when you select the right pig breeds, they grow faster. That's what you enjoy, they grow faster. So it will allow you not to spend more on your feed. You understand? So selecting the right breed like Duroc, Landrace, large white, the hybrids, you can select them. Select the good ones for you to start well. It's better you start well than not starting well and at the end of the day you want to improve. Start with the right breeds, pig breeds from the beginning. That way you will enjoy the process. When you are seeing your animals, they are growing fine, you will enjoy it. So the next thing you are going to be looking at is make sure there's a balanced feed. You have to have a balanced feed for your animals. As you are getting the right breed, you still need to feed them well, because it's one thing to get the right breed, it's another thing to feed them. So when you get your right breed from the beginning, you still have to feed them the balanced diet. There's a lot of sources of food you can get their feed, pig's feed from. Your soya, your maize, your rice, your cassava, processed one for their energy, maize, PKC, GNC, and life like that. Water is very important. They need water, like I said, like I mentioned earlier. So make sure their feed is balanced in the right proportion. So you need that also in your journey of pig production. You also need veterinary care. This one will allow you to be able to, take care of your pigs when they are sick. You need this veterinary care. You may not be able to do it on your own. You can get trained on how to handle them, but you also need your veterinary doctor at hand. So make sure that your veterinary care is also number one thing. And another one is also one of the things you consider. Definitely they will get sick, so you need to treat them and take care of them. And also you still need skilled labor. This one you can get to train them, people that will help you on your farm. The workers on the farm, those that can administer different injections, that can vaccinate, or probably those that will attend to your pigs on the farm. So you need this skilled labor also in the journey of your pig production. So these are the things you will be needing for your pork production to be a successful one. Pig production follows a kind of chain, a value chain. So at each stage of this value chain, you can go in, you can tap in. Take for example, those that we call breeders. You can decide to be a breeder. What that means is that you are going to select your pig breed, like I mentioned, select your pig breed and tender them, grow them up, and they will farrow for you. That means they will give birth on your farm and you sell off. That's the place you can tap in. You can be a fattener. Those that will go and buy. Now, for example, maybe you as a person, me as a person, I'm breeding. Now I can sell to you. You can come and say, okay, I want to buy piglets. I can sell good piglets to you. For you to go and fatten, you will fatten them up and sell off too. Now, when you are selling off, you can sell to those that slaughter. You can see it's stage by stage. So you may just think, okay, let me be a fattening. Let me go and be buying from those that are breeding. It's a stage that you can tap in. It is also good. You can decide to say, let me be slaughtering. Let me go and buy the fattening pigs and be slaughtering it and be selling. It's another stage. Because as a pig farmer, all that we are doing, all our activities, our breeding, our feeding, our tendering into our vaccination and all, they all lead to pork. Majority of it leads to pork, except for those that are going to go into the other value added in pork, like sausage, like all the different types of pork cuts, like bacon, like the oil and all, the skin, the hair in the piggery. Nothing is waste. Even the waste itself, pig waste, there are people that buy them. They buy them and use it as a manure on the farm. So there are these different stages that you can tap and you can come in as a person. So like I said, there's opportunity for you to make your money, for you to make your profit. So you can go into sales and marketing. You can be someone that, okay, I know where I can get this big breed from. You market it, you connect people that is going to buy it, and you are in business already. You tell people that needs it. You look for a market that needs it. You bring in people, because some person might say, I don't have the time to be tending pigs. I don't have time to to go in and buying. So you can market it, and you are still making your money. You can see. So at every stage of pork production, you can always tap in and make your money. You can breed, like I said. You can even be to the last consumer, people that needs it. You can even process it. You can be someone that process pork. You don't even need to go to the farm. Yours is just to buy, just to buy slaughter pigs and slaughter it and prepare it and package it and sell off. So you still be in a business, and this one I mentioned now is even untapped. It's very, very untapped because a lot of people don't go into it. They just breed, they just fatten and sell off slaughter. But you can go in as someone that wants to process the pork. So at every stage, you can go in pork production. So tell us in the comment section which one do you want to go into? Which one do you like? Which one do you feel is profitable for, or that suits you well, that you want to go into? Every business that you want to start has opportunities and challenges. But in piggery, since piggery in Nigeria is still growing, that means there's massive opportunities, but also challenges here and there. So the opportunities in piggery is very vast. One of them is that you can go into sales, sales channel. For example, you can be supplying supermarkets, you can be supplying butcher houses, you can supply restaurants and all. So the opportunity is not on the farm alone that you can get them. You can also be a sales channel person. You can also package it and be a bulk delivery person, as a service that you can render. So that's one of the opportunities. Opportunities, like I said, export. You can export your product outside. A lot of people are not looking into this direction, but it's something that you can also go in and tap in and make your profit in that direction. Also, you can you can go into processing of a pork product. You can process it and make sure that it's well branded. You brand it and market your product out to people. You see, so challenges are there. Like I said, the challenges are there. Health challenges, for example, for your pigs, the ASF is something that pig farmers need to understand that it's a deadly disease. So when you manage your farm very well, you adhere to biosecurity and all, you'll be able to combat that challenge. But the challenge is there. You see, the challenge of not having enough space or not having where to store the processed pork. For example, you slaughter and you know there's this challenge that there's no way you have enough cold room where you can store it. So this is another challenge that you can face in pork production. Challenge of cultural and religious belief. A lot of people still believe maybe their culture that does not permit them to associate themselves with pig. There are some religion that say okay they don't want to associate themselves with pig. So we still have these challenges that we face in pork production. But I can tell you that the opportunities that we have in pork production outweighs the challenges. They outweigh the challenges. So it's for you to sit down and look at it very well, diligently, understand what you want to go into, understand your market, understand where you want to sell your product to, who is buying it. In that way, you will make an informed decision before starting. Just like I said, the Nigerian pork industry is still growing. So it means there's a lot of massive opportunities that you can tap into. So depending on your scale, either you are medium, either you are small, you can generate a lot of income as more as 40% profit margin on your investment, depending on your scale. So a well-run pig farm, you can generate millions in annual revenue and generate it annually. You can be raking in millions depending on your scale. So all you need to do is to make sure that you target the right market. Make sure you know who is buying your products. When you target it, you are good to go. Make sure the biosecurity you adhere to it strictly. You make sure that you don't do anything that will jeopardize your business because it's a business. So it's where you have put your money into. So you make sure that you adhere to biosecurity because without that, like I said, mentioning ASF, African swine fever, with that alone can wipe out your farm. So, but when you do the right thing on your farm, with biosecurity, people don't enter your farm anyhow. Clean very well. You make sure everything is fine. You vaccinate your pigs at all times. You are good to go. Then you manage your costs. You manage your expenses. What you are doing, what you are spending, you manage it very well. You make sure, and that takes us to selecting the right breed. When you select the right breed, you manage costs. But when you don't pick the right breeds, I tell you, you can jeopardize your profit also. Can set into your profit. So I would say that if you have any guidance, if you need any guidance on how to set up your own farm, reach out to C&M FarmTech. We are here for you. We are here to help you. Whatever you need, whatever comment that you want to ask, whatever thing that is bothering you, you want to know, you can reach out to us on all our platforms and even as you are watching this video. So all what it takes, all what you need is the best strategy to combine. Best strategy, the knowledge. You need knowledge on how to minimize your costs for you to maximize your profit. You understand? So this is all that you need to make sure that you are in a profitable pork production business. So at all times we are here for you. Until next time, I want to say bye and see you in the next video. Thank you.